Okay, so this is for Tanuja. Tanuja, we are discussing that when you are running a query, the query should be running in which schema? This was the question. So there are two approach. You want to suppose you want to run this thing in this schema. As of now, what I have done, I have just converted my default schema name to Teradata training. So that's why you can see it's a bold one. How to do that? So whatever query I'll be writing, it should be pointing to this one. Why? I mean, I can just select it and I can make it a default one. Okay, how to do that I'll be showing. And okay, this is the one, set as default schema. So you can just select one and put set as default schema. Then that should be black. So when you will be putting anything in the query editor, this is called query editor. It should not be there. You can just query where I can find it. Okay, I can also top up Ronnie test. I can schema inspector, create schema. I can create a SQL editor over here. Okay, it's a SQL editor, or you can also click on here as well. Okay, so this is SQL editor, but SQL editor will be running for which schema? You can make it a default one. Then whatever query you will be running over here, that query should be triggered under that particular schema only. This is one approach what I was following yesterday. Okay, and when you will be quite expertise, you are working with lots of schema. Suppose you are working in a banking project. So in the banking project, a particular schema has been named as debit. A particular information, a particular schema is named as credit. So all the credit related tables should be enlisted there. All the debit related information should be enlisted there. There are lots of employee related information should be staying one particular schema. So you have to work multiple tables from each of the schema. I mean, inter schema query when you'll be writing, then the best approach should be what I told you. So just like select star from Ronnie test dot some table one. Then we are joining between another table which is residing in another schema. So I have to call in this way. This should be the best approach actually, what you just have done. But as of now, for the beginner perspective, what I'm doing, I'm just transferring the thing in a default schema. Okay, so Teradata is my default schema. So whatever query I'm running over here, so that should be select star from employee. So whatever thing I'll be running, that should be running in this manner. Okay. So suppose I have just changed Sakila as my default schema. Now in Sakila, what are the tables available? Okay, those are the tables are available. Now there is no employee table. The same query I'm running again. It should be failing because there are no Sakila.employee doesn't exist. Because Sakila is now my current default schema. So that is why this is one thing. Another thing we can do. So whatever table I want to run, just put select start from and select this table and drag and drop over here. Okay, no, it should be selected. This is one thing. Let me put actor table. No, it's not doing the schema name. For the other editor, it should be also picking the schema name dot table name. Let me do one more thing. Suppose this one, fill, send to SQL editor. Select all statement. Yeah. So over there, I'm just doing a select query. There is a from keyword, then you can find schema name dot table name. So this is the good approach actually. Schema name dot table name. If you are doing in a particular schema only, just like myself, I'm doing the default schema as data training. So that's why there will be no issue. I'm not putting the schema name. I'm just converting it to my default schema. Okay. Is it understandable? Actually, I'm not sure. It's a query from Tanuja actually. And I was just discussing the same thing. Hopefully that is understandable for everyone. Tanuja, did you got it? I mean, did you able to receive what I'm trying to say over here? Sanuja, are you there?
I am there.
Okay, did you able to understand it? What I'm trying to say? I mean, your doubt is cleared or
Yeah, it's clear. It's
okay,
clear.
fine. I
Yeah.
hope it's fine for everyone. Okay, let's start the topic. Whatever we have left yesterday's session. So I have given an exercise to everyone. I'll be asking questions. Okay. So what are the different DB constraints? Tell me anyone. Okay, Sagun, you can go ahead. What are the different constraints we have learned yesterday from MySQL database?
Primary key, not null, foreign key.
Yeah,
So these are
constraint
the
is
constraints.
specifically, what kind of element? I mean, why we require this? Uh, any quick one-liner? Sagun, that is it. I mean, yeah. So why we required? I mean,
I mean,
on which
for
component of table constraint should be imposed?
to maintain the flow of regularity of the database.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I was asking which component. It's on top of column. We need to impose the constraint because okay. Let me show an
Yeah, on the
example.
columns.
Correct. Yeah, let me show an example. So for employee, there is no constraint. Let me add a constraint on top of employee ID. Okay, this is our new table actually. Let me show the employee table. Okay, so I just created this table. So this table is having employee ID, employee first name, employee last name, employee's experience, their salary, their department. Someone is from IT, someone is from BUIT, someone is from BPO team, business analyst team, HR team. Okay, so variety of department is there for this particular company, and their date of birth is also mentioned over here. So let me put a constraint. Suppose, mm, okay, employee ID is not null. Alter table employee mm, modify column employee ID is already integer, not null. I'm just imposing that one. Yeah, so it's updated. Now let me okay, I haven't told this thing to you as well. Insert into table. I'm just inserting one table, doesn't have employee ID. What I have done, I just put a constraint on top of employee ID. Okay, so it's a not null constraint. But I cannot see, I mean, in this panel, they are not putting this constraint over here. But I can see in the definition, right click on the table. Okay, just send to SQL editor create statement. I'm just fetching my create statement from the backend of the database. Okay, so okay, insert into it's my command. So this is the command I just get it from the internal thing. It's defining this thing employee ID integer not null. So the constraint is really imposed. So whatever I have altered, it's working. And by default, I told you every column is not, I mean, null in nature. We don't have to put it. Okay, this kind of extra stuffs are coming. When you're creating the table, the engine should be InnoDB for MySQL. Default character set is UTF-8MD. We do not have to bother about that one. But in backend, when they're creating the query, they will be saving the query in this format. Okay, so it's some character format and which engine they're storing the data. As of now, nothing to read about it. I just want to show you that not null is really imposed on top of employee ID. Okay, now Not null is a constraint. It should be working on top of employee ID. It cannot be null in nature. Now I'm just trying to insert some records. Insert into employee. So yesterday I showed to you when I'm inserting the data into a particular table, I have to put in this manner. Insert into employee, then values. I need to put all the values. Suppose I want to insert particular columns record, not all the columns record. How to do that? So then which column I want to enter the record, I can just put the thing employee ID over here. After insert into table, put the column names for which I want to enter the record. Okay. So suppose employee first name, then experience is fine. So this three column, I'm just entering a new record. So suppose employee ID should be 202 for this new one. Employee first name should be something put. Okay, I have to put in quote because it's a string character. Aditya. Experience should be suppose 10. Okay, let me run this. It's executed. Okay, you can see. So whatever data I have inserted, employee ID, employee first name and experience. So you can see that has been updated over here and the rest of the part is null. Null means there is nothing. In the editor, they are showing null character, but that means there is nothing, no data available for those particular things. So these columns are default nullable in nature. If we push the data or doesn't push the data, there will be no issue. But if I try to enter a particular record doesn't have any employee ID, let's try this thing. Suppose employee first name, experience, salary. I'm just entering another new record with having this column set. Okay, let's try this thing. So let's put Ramya. Experience 14, salary suppose 1,50,000. Okay, it's integer. It is also integer. It is character. Okay, fine, no issue. Let me run it. What is the issue? Second, that question. I was asking. So employee ID doesn't have default value. Okay, what is the error? Let me pick it up. And I should be having. Yeah, and this, yeah. So this is the thing. Employee ID doesn't have a default value. So employee ID is unique in nature. So that is why the error is there. Okay. Employee ID, we put the not null constraint on employee ID. So we are trying a new record to be inserted where employee ID is not available. So without employee ID, a new record cannot be inserted because it is not null in nature. Okay, if I just remove this not null constraint and run it again, let me put null only. Okay, so I have again modify the constraint of employee ID as nullable. It can be null in nature. Then if I try to insert it, it should be inserted. Okay. Okay. But the primary key should be always unique and that should be not null in nature. We need to think about this thing. Okay, that should be coming later just to show you what are the different constraint and why we require the constraint. So this is the thing, constraint. If any bad records tries to enter the database or table, then the constraint will help us to reject that record. We need to impose constraint on a particular column. We should be having this kind of stuff, this kind of stuff. If it is not maintaining the thing, a table will not allow a particular record to insert it. Okay, that is why constraint is declared in table. Is it understandable, Sagun?
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks for that. Okay, let me just move ahead to the next question. Create a product table with various attributes. Tanuj, I just checked it from your screen, yet it's fine. So all of you can just try a product table insertion. Nothing but what are the different kinds of attribute can be there for product table? Just like I found from Tanuja's system, create table product. Okay, what different kind of attributes should be there? Tell me one by one. Anyone? So Tanuja,
Product
just
ID,
product ID, fine. Anyone tell product ID should be integer in nature. That is fine,
integer.
correct? Okay. Then
Product
Supriya
name,
told any other thing,
price.
any other attributes? Supriya, are you there?
Yeah, product price.
Product price directly. I am going to price. Fine. Product price. So I'm just putting it should be the printed price. Okay, fine. It should be also. It should. Can I put it float float data type? Float data type. I think I can declare it some value at the beginning, 10 comma some decimal point, suppose 4. Okay, this way I can declare it. Floating point can be declared in this way. 10 is for the whole number and 4 is for decimal point number. Okay, any other? Then Harish,
Product name,
product name. Let's
string property.
put the product name at the beginning. Okay, it should be varchar in
Yeah.
nature, correct? Just putting 20. I'm just putting this thing before product price. Okay, product ID integer should be always a particular store is having product ID should be always not null in nature. Okay, even it should be also primary key. I'll be imposing that constraint at the below product name. Any other thing from anyone? Pradeep, any other attributes you want to put?
Uh,
Quantity.
Sorry, I didn't
Quantity.
heard. I'm sorry, Supriya. Can you please come again with a bit louder?
Product quantity.
Product quantity. No, that should be coming
Not
under billing.
size. Okay.
Okay, quantity. Okay. Net quantity. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of things we can definitely find. I can also put in float. This kind of stuff I'm putting over here. So what are the different things? Manufacturing date, I'm putting one thing. Manufacturing or packaging date. That should be there, correct? Packaging date. That should be date data type. Okay. Any other thing? Expiry date. It should be also there. Expiry DT. Okay. So while declaring the column, first of all, put it in a single string. Don't put space. I'll be telling you how to put space. But if I just put a space over there, by default, it's taking DT as a integer, but DT is not an integer. DT as a data type. The first word is a column name. Second word should be data type as per the convention. So DT is not a data type. Then while triggering that create table, it should be showing an error. Okay. Expiry date, it should be also date in nature. And what other things? Brand, I can put in which brand it should be. It's most case, but as SQL is not case sensitive, there will be no issue as well. Any other? Okay, let me run this. some warning is there, but I think there'll be no issue. What is the warning? Let me check. Yeah, for floating one, there is showing me the warning. There will be no issue actually. The table is created for the warning. Now you can insert the data as per your wish. Just to let you know, date data type for MySQL, when you are trying to enter any date value, it should be in this format: YYYY MMDD. Okay. So if you are not following this format, then it should be treated as character data type or string data type. Okay. And it should be throwing an error. Okay. Did you get my point? What I'm trying to say, let me just insert some records. Insert into product. Insert into product values. Okay, product ID. Let me check 101 for product ID. Product name. So suppose it's a shopping mall of grocery. So what I can put fresh cream. Okay. And what should be the price? Price should be suppose 150. Not putting any USD or anything as of now. Product price, net quantity, suppose it's 150 gram. Okay. I can put something dot. It's floating pointer. So we can do anything. Product name, put net quantity, put packaging date. Okay, now it's for date data type. So when inserting any date data type, we need to follow the format. Just like 20230201. What should be the expiry date? It should be 6 months or 8 months, maybe. 20230801. Brand should be suppose Amul. It's a Amul fresh cream. Okay. So let me run it, or I can. Yeah, it's completed. Let me just put a select star. Okay. So as we mentioned, the floating pointer is 4 digits. So they're putting in this manner 0000. Okay. And this is data type. That's why it's going to save in this way. Now, if I just update this thing, suppose I'm updating another. So let me put master toy. Okay. Let me put everything in same manner, and I'm declaring this thing in a different way. So I'm just putting month, DD. Okay. Just I'm running this thing. It should be throwing error because incorrect date value. Okay. So if I'm not maintaining proper data type or proper date format, then it should be throwing an error. Just to let you know, for each of the database, there is a default date format. We just need to know for each of the database. Suppose you are working in Oracle database, there is another default date database. You are working in MySQL, MS SQL Server. Okay, so there is another. Okay, let me show you. Default date format for Microsoft SQL Server. SQL Server. It's a Microsoft database tool. Okay, it's also following the same thing. YYMMDD is the same thing. Oracle. DD for Oracle, this is the default format. Date, then month. Month should be Jan, this way, MON. 3 character, it should be character. Jan, Feb, March, August, AUG, JUL, then year. So this is the default data format of Oracle. So when we are declaring any particular column as date data type, we have to maintain the default format of date for this particular database. Just we need to know this thing before start the coding. Otherwise, it should be treated as a character. It should be, it's if it is a not date, then it's a varchar data type. But I have already defined this manufacturing date is a date data type, but I'm trying to enter a varchar data type. So that's why it's showed the, it has, throwing the error. Okay, we need to maintain in proper date format. Okay. Hi Soumya, I'm checking you. After long days.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. If anything news, actually, it's repeating again. It's a new class, so maybe
Yeah,
it's if anything is new for you, then it's definitely good. Or you can refresh the course. No issue.
yeah, sure.
Okay, so that is understandable. For data type, be cautious with the format, which database we are currently working, and what should be the default date format. Fine. I'll be taking some more classes on data type after 1 or 2 more days. What are the other questions? How to perform bulk insert? Anyone? Supriya? How to perform bulk insert? Bulk insert means in a single insert statement, I'll be inserting multiple product value. Any idea?
No.
Okay, Tanuja?
I am thinking like we can use like we have if we have like hundreds or 200s of data, we can make it into a CSV file or something, and we can write a command load into file and then select the path of the file, and then we can that CSV file turns into a
Okay.
table.
That is you are telling about the ETL tool. What we do as a ETL tool. We can use the database. We can call the
Uh,
CSV file and load into that table. Yeah, that is definitely possible. But this is a high standard thing. We need to pass variable over here, and each variable will be picking or pointing the things on top of each of the Excel's element, and will be passing one Excel element, and it will be inserting over here, and that particular thing should be running in a loop. Okay, that is
okay.
a bit complex. As of now, we'll not be learning. I'm trying to show this thing.
Or
So
we can use insert into command,
insert into command, then put values and
put
put
values
comma
and
over here and put another row in this format. Put comma,
yeah,
put another row in this format.
yeah.
That is why we can do bulk insert. Let me show you. So let me put 103, put some other thing. Suppose what I can put. Okay, put rice. Simple thing. This thing is fine. I'm not updating anything. Let's put proper format 0 06 9. Okay, what can be rice brand? XYZ. Not sure. Okay. Inserting another one. Dal. 130. 500 grams. Let me put the same thing. I'm not trying doing the new record creation. Okay. Let me insert 2 records at a single time. So the last record cannot be, I would not have to put comma. This way we can put multiple rows over here and just execute the thing. both of the product can be inserted. Okay, let me select the thing. See, rice and dal has been inserted. Okay, so that way we can do bulk insert. We can go ahead with lots of rows in a single execute statement. Okay, just we have to put all the values in comma splitted in this way and put the same thing, and with the comma separated. The comma over here, put another row over here, put comma, another row, but the last row should not be, comma should not be there for the last row. Select everything and run it. Okay, so the data should be inserted there. So my last question is different between delete and truncate. Who will tell this? Who haven't? Harish. Harish, can you try it?
Yeah, so delete is deleting the table, truncate is deleting the data in the table.
No, no, no. Delete.
Oh.
First of all, delete. You told delete means deleting the table, correct?
Drop, drop.
No, no. Any other? Delete is DML command actually. Delete is a DML command, and truncate is a DDL command. Shupri, you were telling something. What is the difference between delete and truncate?
Delete is deleting particular record in the
Correct.
table.
If we do not
Truncate
put
is
where
like
statement, if we do not put where statement in delete, what will happen?
If I didn't get you.
Okay, while doing the delete statement yesterday, I was showing delete from table name. Then I'm putting some conditions where is a, I mean, after putting where keyword, we are putting some conditions there.
Yes.
So why we are putting this condition?
It deletes only particular data.
Yeah, if we do not put where conditions, what should be there? If we remove the where statement, what should be the
It is the
result?
whole column.
Whole rows, whole records. Okay.
Yeah.
No, column should be there. Okay, column is created in DDL statement. Okay, column is a tabular structure. So column should be created in DDL statement. So if we just go ahead with delete statement, it will delete records. If we do not put any where statement, all the records should be deleted. And in the truncate, Harish, you were telling that the truncate, it will be deleting the records as well as dropping the table. No, it's not the correct thing. So truncate, it will be deleting the records again. So but the main difference is actually delete is also deleting records, truncate is also deleting records. In a single truncate statement, all the records should be dropped. But in delete, putting this where clause, we can work on top of a particular record. Okay, that one Supriya trying to say. But the main difference is for both of them, we are deleting the record. So then what is the difference? By deleting, delete is a DML statement. In the backend, we can see that, I mean, if we also execute the delete statement in the backend side, the particular table is being copied as a file structure in the server side. If I just check, I can find that table where MySQL is getting installed. I can see the table is copied over there. So when I'm executing delete at the backend, I'm not putting any where clause. I'm just putting delete product, delete from product, from product. When I'm executing, I'm not putting any where clause over here. Okay. Okay. Now if I just see it, all the rows should be deleted. The same update, same output should be there for truncate. Same thing should be happen. If I just execute it once more time, the record should be inserted again. If I'm just putting truncate table, the same thing should be there, but at the back end, while executing delete, they will be performing the operation row by row. Okay, so if the file is getting stored at the backend for product table, you can see the product is getting empty product table, suppose it was 2 GB data. So you can find if we just operate a DML statement there, delete command. So the thing should be getting empty by some times. So suppose from 2 GB to some 1.8 GB, then 1.5 GB, then this way it's getting deleted. I mean, the rows are getting deleted row by row. But for the truncate column, I mean, for the truncate statement, it will be delete at a single go. You can execute it and suddenly you can find the table, I mean, the particular file value is 0 KB. Okay. So that is the main difference. Actually, the answer should be yes. You need to identify both of them are useful for row deletion, not any column deletion, row deletion. Okay, row means record deletion. Truncate. This is a good question actually. The interviewer asks this thing. Truncate. Truncate is a DDL statement and delete is a DML statement. Okay, data manipulation language, and this is data definition language. So when you use DDL, the operation, the backend operation is very much faster than that of DML. So when you execute DML without putting any where clause, it will delete all the records, but it will be very slow. It will be deleting records per records. As in a product table, there is only 2 or 3 records. It's very hard to check the difference. But suppose we have millions of records, we are deleting a table. You can see the whole operation can took more than half an hour, just like this. But if we just run a truncate command, it should hardly take 2 or 3 seconds. Okay, so this is the main difference. Hopefully that is understandable. Yeah, this kind of questions if arises, I will tell you for any other things, any other topics as well. Okay, now let's start the new topics for today. We took lots of times, but I hope that is, I mean, you can able to learn these things. So today is equal to okay. So I believe the DDL and DML concept is almost clear, but if it is not, then we can try one more day for that one. But I hope that is clear. We will be just trying to recap the things again when all the SQL is over. Then we will be recapping the things once more time by this kind of conversations and all. Today I will be learning, we will be learning DQL. Okay. Just to remember, just a quick point, DDL is for table kind of stuffs. Anything we operate on top of table, we can create, we can alter. DML is for data related stuffs. When the table is ready, we can manipulate the data inside the table. Now, DQL. DQL it's called data query language. It is not manipulating any records inside the table. That means when we can execute this select statement, it will be not updating the table's structure or table's data, but we can visualize the output in a separate manner. So I'm putting select star from table. Select star from product. Okay, now product doesn't have any records. Let's remove everything. Let's take our employee table. Okay. So in employee table, we can see the data are there. Okay, it selects star from employee. I'm just putting one column name over here. Suppose employee ID. I'm just select employee ID from table. There we can see only one column's record is there. But I'm not manipulating the data. If the table is having all the columns, but the DQL will be helping us what kind of desired output, in which way I want to see the data at my output. That is the purpose of DQL. It's not manipulating the data inside the table. Rather, as per the user's choice, we can visualize the data. Okay. So just clear your concept. Then we can go ahead with the what different kind of DQL? DQL is a worst thing. It will take some time actually. Okay. So let me do one thing. The first thing I just mentioned this thing over here. So we can put star. If we put star over here, that means select star from employee means it will be showing all the data for this table. If we want the particular columns to be displayed over here, not all the columns, we can directly choose the column name. Employee ID, caps log is on. Let me off the caps log. Okay. Then suppose employee first name. Suppose experience. Suppose department. Okay. Let's take those 4 column. Yeah. It's as per my wish. Okay. I can also put comma start. That means, okay, that should not be working, I believe. Start. Yeah, that should be working. So that means I am selecting all the columns past start. Then I'm adding this 4 again. It's a repeating for these columns. If I just try to print it, so you can see till date of birth, it's the original table. Then I'm again repeating in this manner. Okay. So did you get it? So till this columns, it's the original one start. Then I'm putting comma. Again, I'm repeating this column individually. Employee ID. So you can see after date of birth, employee ID is again repeated. Employee first name, experience, department. I haven't tried this thing. Let me put double star. Okay, it should not be working. Okay, fine. Okay, so this is the way we can limit our column at the visualization. What column I want to check. Okay, and if we just want to see all the columns, then we can put star. And the DQL select statement should be always there. Select means selecting the database or selecting the table. Select the column names or star. From is the keyword and the table name. That is the main DQL statement. Let me do some add-ons. Give me some second. Okay. So what we perform over here, it's a column limiter operation. Whatever column I want to check, I can limit the column over here. Now we'll be going ahead with the row limiter. This is called filter. I want to specify particular data only, particular records only, not all the records. We already used the same thing in yesterday's session by using where clause. The same thing we'll be doing over here too. So the next concept is filtering a data set. Filtering means row level filtering. I don't want to see all the rows at a single go. Suppose I want to see the employee of IT department. Okay. So put after the table name, select start from table, then put where. We already use this where. This is a conditional stuffs. I mean, we can choose a particular rows on top of that one. We also use that thing in delete statement. We also use that thing in update statement. Yesterday, those are DMS statement. We use where clause for both of them. I'm just using where over here too. It should be operated on top of a particular column. Suppose a department, where department equal. Let me put a single quote because it's varchar in nature. Department is varchar data type. So that's why I'm putting double single quote. Department equal to IT. Okay, I'm just executing this. You can see the row has been limited. So it's able to filter out the other record, and it's only filtered the department which is having the IT records. Select star from employee where department equal IT. So we can see only the records having IT department. Okay, if I just select this query, you can see there are 3 IT resources. This one, and this one. So when I'm executing all the steps, then we are getting only this IT related employee. Okay, there is comparison operator. How to work on top of that? I'm just selecting the employee table. So I want to check the experience. I want to put a filtering clause on top of experience column. Experience greater than. Suppose I want to check. The particular persons who has experience more than 8 years. Okay, so we can put this kind of comparison operator, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, this kind of stuff over here in where clause. Okay, so I can see those are the particular persons having experience more than 8 years. 16, 10, 20, 15, 10, 14, and we can see all the data sets for them. What are the other things we can do? Restricting selection using in keyword. Okay, I'm moving back to the previous example again. So I was doing department equal IT there, but I can choose only IT over here. If we just want to check, I want to check IT and BPO employee. If we want to select more than one things, then we need to use in keyword. Instead of equal, put in. Okay, and within bracket, you can put all the things you want to see. BPO. Okay, so I want to check the department, whose department is IT and BPO. I just want to select the record. Okay, so IT and BPO employee data, we can able to see it over here. This is the significance of in keyword. Pattern matching. So suppose I forget the particular employee name having department. Just remember a particular employee's surname, that is Penchala. Starting with P. Okay, I forget the particular surname and all. So I can search with a wild character. Employee last name, NM. I need to maintain proper column name. So how to search it with like. Then P, recall that the surname is starting with P. I forgot the full surname, so I can replace the other thing with a wild character that is been used as a percent over here. So select star from employee where last name like this. So I can see these 3 employee having the surname starting with P. Okay, so I'm ending with Y. I'm just putting percent in between, means it's starting with P, ending with Y, in between it's percent. If I just run this, only this will be appearing because this particular thing is starting with P, ending with Y. So this is just for wild character searching. If you want to check in this manner, that is very much helpful. This is another kind of stuff I want to show you. Another kind of things to filtering the records. This concept is clear to everyone. Okay, I hope yes. Okay. Pattern matching is done. Restricting selection between an and keyword. Okay, so why we should do between and? Suppose I want to check the salary. Okay, I want to check the experience between. Okay, I want to check between 5 to 10 years. I can do either way. Where experience between 5 between okay, this is the keyword. If we use between, we have to put and as well. So where keyword, then experience, then we need to put between 5 and 10. So this is the thing. 5 and 10 should be also included. Okay. The same kind of expression I can write it by conditional. I mean, this kind of stuffs. Comparison operator as well. How to do that? So experience greater than 5. Okay, I am including 5. So and keyword should be there. Then I'm also putting experience less than equal 10. It should be the same concept of between and. I can do the same thing by comparison operator. Okay, I can limit the row in this manner.
I have a doubt.
Yes,
Can
tell
I?
me.
So here, we have used a restriction between and expression, right? So I need experience of 5 to 10 years from IT department. So how do we do that?
Okay, we can do multiple statement. We can do this thing. We can put another and over here. You want to see for IT department, correct? So
Yes.
if we just try to impose conditions or limiting operation for multiple columns, we can put this thing over here by, I mean, putting an and clause. I mean, if both of the things are applicable, put an and clause in between them, or you can put a or clause. It's logical and or operation. So I'll be just checking department equal IT over here. That means it is following this thing as well as following this thing as well as following this thing. Okay, this is the concept. Let me run it.
Okay.
Okay, I can also put between and these things. Experience between 5 and 10. This is one thing. And after that, this will be also running. This is a separate concept. I can put it bracket over here too. Okay.
Okay.
This is another thing. I can put bracket as well. I can also put, suppose I want to check department experience. Okay. Whose surname is Kumar and employee last name equal Kumar. Okay. I'm imposing another one.
Mm-hmm.
So only one record is selected. So this way we can put the statement with multiple clauses by and or keyword means it can either follow this or follow this. So it's logically and or operation. Think about it from your side. We can definitely clear our doubt in next session as well. But try to, yeah, whatever it's clear to you or not, please tell me. Okay, people said
Yeah, yeah,
dropping.
it's
I
clear.
think we are elongating. It's just I'll be completing that steps and cover the next slides in tomorrow session. Okay, restricting based on null value. So if we want to, okay, let's check the entire data set once. Select start from employee. I'm just selecting this thing. So if I want to check the data which is null, suppose I want to find what kind of, okay, suppose I want to check the this kind of data whose employee ID is null. It's the wrong data, obviously. So how to check it? Then we need to use is keyword. Is null, not equal null. For null, don't put equal. Okay, to for null checking, don't put equal, put is. Okay. Okay, I can get this thing is null. And if it's a not null, then check it this way, is not null. Okay, one more thing. So suppose I was checking department equal IT. Department equal, if I want to check department is a non-IT, I already checked for IT person earlier. Sorry. Yeah, if I don't want to check who are the persons having non-IT, then we can do this kind of symbol. Okay, this kind of symbol. So except IT, what are the different department? I can see this thing. Just like not null, the same thing, non-IT. I think also use this character too. I think that should be supporting. Let me just run it. Yes, it's also supporting. So not means not equal. This is not equal. This is one thing, or this is one thing. Okay. It's clear?
Yes.
Okay. For everyone, Supriya, Shagun, is it, interactive? Actually, not sure. Maybe I'm getting a bit slow, but starting I'm just doing for it a bit slow. But after that, I'll be having a speeding. I will be speeding up the session. I found lots of people just dropped off. Okay. So I'll be trying to close the session by this. Actually, I was aiming to complete this thing, but we have discussed the previous day's questions. That's why it took some time. So tomorrow I'll be covering these stuffs, the rest of this day 2, and try to cover day 3 as well. Then I'll be putting exercise. Today I'm not giving any exercise as of now. Let's cover these things. And those are on top of DQL statement: aggregation, sorting, concatenation, aliasing, distinct. Okay. Let's connect tomorrow for those details. Just have a quick check from your side in your own software. The same thing, whatever we have tried today, especially filtering and anything for on top of inserts and all. Just try the same thing at your side today. Let's connect tomorrow with the other stuffs on top of DQL.
Okay. So where can I find the recorded videos of these sessions?
Okay, recorded. I haven't provided the admin for this session. I'll be providing today only after this session to Upendra. Okay. I think you are
Okay.
our Upendra. So he will be uploading the stuffs into the Tetra YouTube channel, and you
Okay.
can get it from there.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's all for today. Thanks everyone. Let's connect tomorrow for completion of the for today's session, and I'll be trying to cover some more thing for day 3s as well, because we are then otherwise we'll be lagging behind. Yeah,
Okay.
thanks everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you. Thank you.